The hum of the Bat-computer was a familiar lullaby in the cavernous expanse of the Batcave, a steady counterpoint to the restless workings of a mind often too burdened for sleep. Tonight, however, the thoughts weren't of the labyrinthine schemes of Gotham's underworld, but of something far more illuminating, something that had settled into a quiet, profound truth in the years I'd walked alongside giants. It started subtly, as most deep realizations do, a shared glance across a ruined city block, a silent understanding of what needed to be done, who needed saving. For years we had been allies, pillars against the encroaching darkness, two forces of nature bound by a common, desperate cause. I, the nocturnal guardian, born of trauma and forged in shadow. He, the sun-kissed champion, a beacon of hope from the stars. It would have been easy to dismiss our partnership as merely an alliance of convenience, a strategic alignment of power against chaos, and for a long time, perhaps, a part of me did. But then, there were the moments, the late-night calls, not always about a looming global threat, but sometimes just a silent presence on the other end of the secure line. The knowing look when one of us had pushed too far, sacrificed too much. The shared burden of secrets that could crumble empires, yet were held with unwavering trust. It was in these quiet interstices that the true nature of our bond began to reveal itself, like intricate patterns emerging from a canvas under a skilled hand. In the complex tapestry of my life, few individuals had ever truly seen beneath the cowl, let alone been entrusted with the raw, vulnerable truth of Bruce Wayne. And I, in turn, had always guarded my perceptions, my trust, with an almost pathological intensity. To share my most dangerous secret, my very identity, with anyone was an act I had once considered unthinkable, a weakness. Yet, with him, it felt less like a risk and more like an inevitability, a recognition of a truth deeper than any lie. It was during the tumultuous period surrounding the emergence of a figure named Hush, when the very foundations of my world were being systematically dismantled, that this truth solidified. As I navigated a maze of betrayal and manipulation, it was Superman, Clark Kent, who stood unwavering, not just as a symbol of power, but as a steadfast, unassuming presence. And in that crucible of chaos, the stark clarity of a profound realization hit me, not like a bolt of lightning, but like the quiet settling of dust after a storm. Clark Kent, an alien, a being whose very cells hummed with energies that defied our understanding, whose strength could reshape planets, whose senses could perceive the world in ways we could only dream of. By all logic, he should be an enigma, an untouchable god, distant from the frailties and nuances of human existence. Yet, in all my encounters, across all the continents and dimensions we had traversed, I had come to one undeniable conclusion. Clark Kent was the most human person I had ever known. It was a paradox that resonated deep within me. I, Bruce Wayne, a human born of humanity, had, by my own design and the cruel hand of fate, become something else. Something less human, perhaps, in the conventional sense, a creature of the night, driven by a solitary, unending crusade. My childhood, shattered by an alleyway's echo, had left me fundamentally ungrounded, adrift in a sea of privilege and pain, building walls around a heart that had been broken too early to truly form. But Clark had a small town. He had a farm, a set of parents who were not merely guardians, but anchors. Martha and Jonathan Kent, with their quiet wisdom and unwavering love, had done what no amount of wealth or genius could do for me. They had given him roots. They had instilled in him a moral compass, so true, so unyielding, that it served as their primary guide, far more than his incredible powers. He understood sacrifice, not as a grim necessity, but as an inherent part of compassion. He understood struggle, not from a position of detached observation, but from the simple, everyday challenges of farming, of community, of simply being a good neighbor. That small-town upbringing, the salt-of-the-earth values, were not just a veneer. They were the very bedrock of who he was. They grounded him in a way I, Bruce, never was. They allowed him to wield godlike power with an almost disarming humility, to approach global threats with the same earnest desire to help as he would a lost cat stuck in a tree. He wasn't burdened by the weight of his abilities. He was uplifted by the simple, profound responsibility of using them for good, taught not by cosmic entities, but by the quiet lessons of Ma and Pa Kent. This deep respect for Clark's character, for his inherent decency and unwavering moral core, became the very foundation of our friendship. It wasn't just an alliance born of necessity, though necessity certainly played its part. It was a genuine bond between two men who, despite their wildly different origins and methods, one a dark knight, the other a Boy Scout, saw the best, the most essential truth in each other. He saw past the grim exterior to the vulnerable boy, and I, in turn, saw past the alien to the pure heart of a man. In a world that often rewards cynicism and self-interest, Clark Kent stands as a testament to the enduring power of human values, embodied, ironically, by someone not of this world. His humanity isn't defined by his biology, but by his choices, his compassion, his unwavering belief in the good that lies within everyone. And knowing him, truly knowing him, has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. So, the next time you see the dynamic duo, the world's finest, consider not just the power they wield, but the profound human connection that binds them. A connection built on trust, respect, and the quiet understanding that sometimes the most human heart beats in a chest that isn't quite human at all. What are your thoughts on this unique friendship? Do you see other characters embodying unexpected humanity? Share your insights and theories in the comments below. We love hearing your perspectives on the rich tapestry of these incredible stories. And if you enjoyed this glimpse into the deeper layers of these iconic heroes, consider subscribing for more thoughtful explorations. Until next time, stay curious.